December is the last month of the year. We have Christmas expenses, New Year expenses, we'll budget for a planned big expense and also for gifts and holiday grocery shopping. So let's dive in. Hello everyone, my name is Irene and on this channel I talk about our life and how we manage money in our family. Please subscribe to the channel to don't miss our videos, and now let's start with the budget. I will start with the events and to-dos section. Mainly I go through the events and holidays we will have in the month of December and then check how much we plan to spend on those events. Today, in my case, we planned in the beginning of the year to spend $400 on Christmas and $50 on New Year's Day. I already know that we don't have any specific plans that involve spending money on Christmas Day and New Year's Eve, so in the actual column we'll put $0 for both of these events. For Christmas, I still think we will spend money on gifts and some Christmas shopping, so leave that cell empty. Then I go directly to the budgeting and results section to create the December budget. As always, I will budget our income and will just copy and paste the numbers I had last month. But for this month I will delete the business income. I don't think we will have some side hustle income in December. But the rental property income and my husband's regular salary will still be the main sources of December income. And we don't forget about a tiny interest from the Bank of America. Moving to the payments before take home, I copy and paste the same payments for our medical, dental, vision and life insurances and for the HSA. But for the month of December, we will not contribute to our 401k. We already maxed out our contributions this year, so this month this row is empty. In the savings category, I will set aside 30% of our take-home pay to the M & Finance savings account. I select the third week of the month as a time frame when we need to transfer the money. That is because on the 15th my husband will receive his paycheck, so we immediately make a transfer on our savings account. And then we'll use the money we have left over for our expenses. As you can see, the leftover amount changed and I can easily see how much money I have left over to spend. But how do we pay our bills in the beginning of the month? Well, we believe that you cannot always count on your paycheck. You should have some money saved aside on your savings account or on a checking account, so in case of emergency you use that money to pay the bills. It's not the $1,000 emergency fund Dave Ramsey talks about. It's just money we have always on the checking account for our upcoming expenses. What if my husband will not receive his paycheck on the 31st of November? How in this case we will pay the bills that are due on the 1st of December? My answer is the money saved for bills and expenses. That's why I start my budget with $4,500, and this money will be used to pay the bills and expenses we will have in the beginning of December. Now let's move to the expenses. Let's start with the bills. They repeat month to month, so part of them I will just copy and paste. We'll quickly scroll through the needs and wants section in the category just to make sure we don't have any other expenses planned and continue with the transportation category. The debt category is key because we don't have any debt except our rental property mortgage, but this I count as a regular bill and add it to the housing and bills category. If you think your mortgage is a debt, you can easily add it to the debts category. So in the transportation category, I will increase a little bit our expenses on gas and will budget $70 in total. Here you can see me thinking which week we plan to fill up the tank with gas. I am selecting the week based on our future grocery shopping trips. We will combine all the chores together and we'll do the grocery shopping and other arrangements in one day, and this same day can fill up the tank with gas. In the food and drinks category I will budget $100 more than I normally budget. That is mainly because of the potential sales the stores may have before Christmas, and I plan to buy some baking goods and other stuff on these sales. Let's budget some money in the hanging out with friends subcategory. It's Christmas time, so we plan to gather together on holidays. In the shopping category I will budget for personal care items I plan to buy on Amazon next month. And let's budget $100 for the electronics and gadgets just in case. In the leisure and entertainment category I will budget $150 for the gifts we plan to buy for our friends. I still don't have something specific in mind, so if you have any interesting Christmas gift ideas, tell me in the comments below. And here goes the main expense we will have this month. In the medicine category I will budget $2,000 on medical bills. My husband convinced me to visit the dentist, and so I already know how much I will spend on my teeth. I'm afraid of visiting the dentist because I had bad experience as a child and a teenager, so for me it's very hard to make an appointment and start the process. So my appointment is on the 21st of December, but as you can see we will not have enough money to pay that $2,000. So I budget this expense after 22nd for the last week of the month when my husband will receive his paycheck. Obviously we are not counting on that paycheck, we have money set aside, but when budgeting for the next month I like to stay within certain money limits we start with, and this is $4,500. Besides, this bill will go first to the insurance company and it will take weeks to see it and pay it off. I assume the payment we will do in January, so here I just basically save for the future reference how much the dentist appointment will cost me. The business category I will skip, we don't have any expenses here, and in the additional category we'll duplicate the $100 we budgeted to spend on Amazon. This money is already included into the budget, this is just for me for the future reference. I just want to track how much money we spent on Amazon. We mostly finished. We can already check the results, but before that let's come back to the savings category and allocate the money we have left over. So I will also add them to the M1 Finance savings account, because we have there a good APY. Now, when there is $0 left over and all the income was distributed between our expenses and savings, let's check the results. I go quickly through each category and check the total expense. Since I budget for many years now, I already have all the numbers in my head and will quickly see if there is a mistake or a typo I made. I make sure that we stick to the 50 by 30 by 20 rule as well as the 70 by 30 rule. For the 50 by 30 by 20 rule we have to spend maximum of 50% of our take-home pay on needs, 30% on wants and 20% on savings. So in our case we spend according to the limits and even save more than the rule says. As you can see, the rule says to save 20% of the take-home income, but we save almost 58%. I have same calculations but only for the gross income. There is no need to track both of them, I just have these calculations here because I want to compare the numbers. And the 70 by 30 rule worked well for us also. Now the final part is to check which week will be the busiest, when we will need to have money on the checking account to cover all the expenses. And as always is the first week of the month, because on the first of the month we make two huge payments. We pay for our rent and mortgage. The second week looks like a no-spend week. We will see how it goes. On the third week we will have some grocery shopping expenses and Amazon purchases. And we will also have a medical bill in the end of the month. Maybe it will be transferred to the next month, but who knows. So far I budget this money for December. So this was our December budget. I'm pretty happy how we distributed the budgeted income, especially considering that next month we will have several holiday expenses and a medical bill. Please subscribe to the channel, so I will see you in the next video about our actual November budget. Bye!